Hello students. On behalf of Patugala College of Commerce and Management, I welcome you all to this video lecture session on the subject Commerce 3. This is for the class SYBCom and for the semester 3. Today we are going to study Mr. Peter Drucker's 5 dimensions of management. Before we begin reading about his thoughts, we should first know who was Peter Drucker. Mr. Peter Drucker was a social ecologist, he was a writer, he was a management consultant, and he has authored 41 books which has been of course translated into many languages. He was also regularly publishing articles on management, and he was also awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom, and he holds 25 honorary doctorates from the American, Belgian, Czech, English, Spanish and Swiss universities. So today we are going to study about the concepts he gave the world about management, and this is related to the modern management school of thought. What we are talking about here is Mr. Peter Drucker said that business and non-business organizations, they are all the organs of the society. They do not exist for their own sake, but they need to fulfill a specific purpose that might be economic or social. Therefore, it has to fulfill this special purpose, social purpose or economic purpose, which has to satisfy specific needs of the society or the community or the group it exists in. So therefore, he had specified these 5 dimensions of management to facilitate basically the managerial performance. What are these 5 dimensions? Purpose and mission, productive work and worker achievement, social impacts and social responsibilities, time dimension, administration and entrepreneurship. The first dimension which Mr. Peter Drucker pointed out was the purpose and mission of any organization. Now we must understand this. Every organization exists for a specific purpose or a mission. Organizations, this means, has to perform very defined and specific tasks. The mission statement basically reflects the basic purpose and philosophy of the organization. For example, the mission statement of a college or an educational institute might be to impart quality education so as to develop the overall personality of the students. Therefore, every organization needs to have a mission which reflects the basic purpose and the philosophy of the organization. It gives the clear idea of the long-run commitment of an organization. The second dimension of Peter Drucker is to make work productive and the worker achieve productivity. So every institution, what Mr. Drucker pointed out, has only one true resource person, and every institution accomplishes its performance through productive work of those employees. To make work productive, therefore, should be the essential function of any manager for that matter. Nowadays, organizations are increasing the means through which people might find their livelihood, and they might also find access to social status, to community, to individual achievement, and to satisfaction. What is important here for organizations is to organize the work in such a way that the productivity of these workers in every aspect is achieved. Therefore, making the worker achieve productivity implies considering the human resource first as human beings and not just as machines. Management must motivate employees through monetary and or non-monetary incentives to achieve this level of high productivity. And in this context, it is rightly said that management is the activating organ of any organization or enterprise. Third dimension, social impacts and social responsibilities of the organization. Now, since institutions and organizations are the organs of the society, they exist to fulfill a specific purpose. That is, they exist for the sake of the society. So they are not the end in themselves, but they are just a means to fulfill that specific purpose. Free enterprise cannot be justified as being good for the business. It can justified only when it is being good for the society. So we have to always identify and recognize this point that each and every organization, business or non-profit, it has the power and authority over people. These people can either be the employees or the other outer stakeholders. You have to make them work to provide them better working conditions, better wages, justified wages. Also, you have to have an proper and positive impact on the society in the community in which this organization is operating. You have to have a proper source of job which you are providing, employment which you are providing to the society. You should also, as an organization, be the source of social development activities in the community. You have to reduce wastage. You have to see to it that you are not creating pollution. Also, you should be having, as a business organization also, you should be positively impacting the customers through proper quality of products, proper services, and being there for them whenever you have provided them something inferior quality. You have to be there for the grievance redressals or for the repercussions, to take responsibility. Similarly, when you are dealing with suppliers, shareholders, dealers, and the general society, you should be thinking about the impact you are making. And if you are also thinking about the environment, you should be thinking about the carbon impact, the carbon footprints you are leaving in the society you are working in. In every organization, management must consider the present and the future, the short run and the long run. Now here we are talking about the fourth dimension, that is time. Management problem is not solved if immediate profits are attained by endangering the long-term survival of the organization. So managers of each kind of organization need to aim at striking at a balance. Balance between what? Balance between the present and the desired future results. So you need to sustain and develop the performance of every resource, keeping in mind that we are existing not only for the short term, but we are here to stay. We are here to exist in the market, in the community, in the society that we are living in for a very long time. Administration and entrepreneurship is the last dimension that Mr. Drucker talked about. The manager always has to administer, right? He has to manage and improve what already exists and is already known. But the manager, he or she also has to be an entrepreneur. The manager has to redirect the resources, the available resources, from areas of low or diminishing results to areas of high or increasing results. Also, inherent in the managerial task is making the business of tomorrow, right? That is all what entrepreneurship is all about. It is about innovation. It is about thinking of new technology, of introducing new products, creation of new form of organizational structures, new entries into new markets. So this is something very, very distinct, and it is related to creativity. So to administer the, you always have to manage and improve what already exists. And to act like an entrepreneur, the manager has to redirect the resources to better performing results, to think of new business, to new divisions and new solutions, new markets. So proper administration and entrepreneurship is what is going to help the manager in making the business of tomorrow and strengthen his footholding in the society. That brings us to the end of the 5 dimensions given by Mr. Peter Drucker. I hope you've all found this video lecture session useful. Thank you so much.